I think that the investors, again, they're walking away saying we don't really know what happened, and I think there's some concern about the volatility that was exposed on this debate and what that volatility might mean going forward. One of the difficulties of trying to understand policy coming out of the current administration is that it does seem to change, at least on the surface, as we read the tweets of President Trump and as we see the policy statements come out, that there is an inconsistency, if you will, or at least volatility in terms of what is said. In one moment, the policy seems to go in one direction, in one moment, a bit of a different direction. And certainly investors want to see not that kind of uncertainty. Certainty is always in the best interest of investors so that they can look more at the long-term potential for opportunities.
No, that serious issue when the investors even had no idea what was really happening during the debate and where the debate was really heading on. Basically, when we talk about which one is more market-friendly on the investor's perspective and standpoint, is it still relevant when we talk about which candidate is market-friendly? Because all of the time in CNBC, we keep talking about which one is market-friendly, so he will get more vote this time around during this economic situation.
Well, in a sense, one has to think about this election as being not only an election for the president, but it's an election for all the members of the House of Representatives and for a third of the members of the Senate. And a lot depends on what happens not only in the presidential race, but on the congressional races as well. As you may know, the Senate is split right now. The House of Representatives has a Democratic majority. The Senate has a Republican majority, which actually holds back a lot of legislation from getting through the system and getting passed. And much will depend on whether the Congress remains split and works as a bit of a friction on either a person who may be in the White House for the next 4 years, or whether the Senate, if you will, might become a Democratic majority. If both houses are Democratic and Biden is the president, then there might be some more room for some more significant change in policy.
If I may ask you this simple question, will market be better under Trump or under Biden? Because major question remaining is always like that.
It's hard to say. When you look at the economic policies of Trump and of Biden, the economy still grows under either president. We'll likely still have a fairly good rebound in the economy beginning, say, second half of next year, once we get a virus in place and there's more business confidence and consumer confidence out there in the marketplace. So from that point of view, it probably doesn't make a huge difference. Longer term, if Biden wins, and indeed if the Senate is Democratic and Biden can get through some of his plans for infrastructure spending, for education spending, and for healthcare and such, that actually might act as a stronger stimulus to the economy a little bit longer term, and we might see stronger economic growth under President Biden if he's got Congress behind him than under President Trump. President Trump will still have some stimulus programs. He'll pursue more stimulus more through tax cuts rather than through spending. His tax cuts in the past have not led to strong investment spending, however, and the direct investment spending from a Biden fiscal policy might have a little more positive direct impact on the growth of the economy.